So after displaying the two table, this is the two table that I say you should use for the class. This is customer. What is inside customer? Customer ID, customer name, city, grade, salesman ID. What do we have under salesman? We have salesman ID, we have name, we have city, and commission. So that takes us to join. So what is join? I say join is used to combine rows. Somebody system is echoing or phone. Which one do you use and join? It's echoing.
Are you sure it's not your own, Mr. Dan?
Can't be my own now. Let's not pause it already. So it cannot be my own. Who is best?
John, it's not mine. Still echoing from your side, from your end.
It's from my end.
Yes.
Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Hello? It's not from my end now. I only have one reason I'm sharing. I'm not displaying that one. So let's go on.
Okay.
So I say join is used to combine rows from two or more tables based on a related column between them. Based on a related column between them. So there are different types of join. There are different types of joins. One, we have the inner join, we have the left join, we have the right join, and we have full outer join. That is the full join. So
Okay.
the first one is inner join. First, you need to understand join. You need to understand this first. I said this one is what? It's used to combine rows. The join, before you now look at the types. Join is used to
Okay.
combine rows or more tables based on a related column between them. That means there must be something related between the tables you're trying to join or the tables you want to join. There must be something. There must be something related. Huh?
Okay.
Are you following? There must be
Yeah.
something related. So these are the types. These are the types of that join. These are the types. The inner join, the left join, the right join, the full join. So we are starting with the inner join. So what is inner join? I say the inner join keyword selects breakup that have matching values in both tables. So this one will only return where there is match in two tables. You get
Yes.
only where there is match in two tables. So if there is no match, the row will not appear in the results. If there is no match, that row will not appear in the results. So now I make emphasis on some things that I showed us. Let me show us again. If you remember, I showed you a table. I'll still show us just to make it clearer to us. Can you see this? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
What is displaying
Yes, we
now?
can see.
What is displaying?
Inner join.
So look at this table now. Look at this table. Table one is on the left hand side. Table two is on the right hand side. So table one, we have date, we have country ID, we have units. Table two, we have ID, then you have country. So what is the common column? What is the common column both of them have?
ID.
ID.
ID. So joining the two tables using the ID, What expected result are you going to see?
One row.
Why is it one row?
The matching figure, the matching ID between the first table and the second table is just 3.
Just three. So inner join tell you that. Inner join said it only return where there is match. If there is no match, it will not return anything. If no match, it won't return anything. So that takes us back to our table. This is our table now. We have um, customer, then we have salesman. And I send you an image. I send you an image that day, right?
Yes.
So and I said, using inner join, which record do you think it will return? Using inner join to join these two tables. If I use inner join using the salesman ID, if I use the salesman ID to join it, what record do you think it will return?
No.
So we did something like this. Look at this question. Find salesperson and customer who reside in the same city and customer who reside in the same city. So inner join. Or do you want me to do it from scratch? So select list. Can you hear me?
Hey, you, Mr. Dan.
Okay. This first line, this first line, this first line here is
Mm.
the output, the column you want to retrieve back. That is this first line.
Okay.
1 minute. I want to break it down so you understand it in a very simple and easy way. So that first line is the columns you want to retrieve. Be taking note too. So as I'm explaining,
Name and customer column. So his name.
I want to add comment to it. I want to add comments. So it can be clearer to you. So it specified columns you want to retrieve. That is for this one, for this line. Do you
Okay.
get? It specify the column you want
Yes.
to retrieve. Next, you have from what? From salesman,
Salesman.
from salesman. Why? Let me this salesman dot name. You know the meaning of that salesman dot name now.
That from salesman's table,
Yes, I want the name
getting their
column.
names.
I want the name column.
Okay.
From salesman table, I want name column. From customer table, I want customer name. From customer table, I want city. That is the meaning of this salesman dot name, customer dot customer name, customer dot city. You're picking the columns that you want from each table.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Next, from the table name.
So why from salesman? Why is it not from customer?
Yes. Why I use from salesman is that is what I use to begin the table. That is the main table. The salesman
Okay.
is what I use, the one I started with. That's why I use the salesman.
So if you started with customer, you
Yes,
do
I will
from
use
customer.
I will do from customer. Then I will not join it with the salesman.
Okay.
Do you understand? So
Oh, if you
Yes.
started with customer, you do from customer and then join it with
salesman.
salesman.
Yes.
Or if you start with salesman, you do from salesman join in with customer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So let me add the comments here. So the main table begin query is what? Being query is what? Is the salesman table. That is the main table. Because the question says find the salesperson. The salesperson. So the salesman table is it should be the main table. So next, the inner join. I'm just breaking it down to explain. It's the same thing, no? So you understand. All these things are together. I'm breaking it down for you to understand. Next, the inner join customer. What do we do with that inner join customer? Can you tell me?
What do you mean? What did you do? What?
What are we doing with that inner join customer?
To find their matching. Yeah. Find what they have in common.
Good. The inner join customer combine rows from salesman and customer table where there is a match in the city column of both table. That's the work of this one. This one like this. I'll send it to you when I'm done. So next on salesman.city equals customer.city. What is the meaning?
No idea.
Ah, try now.
Sales table and salesman table and customer table
What
where
is the
they have
meaning?
city column.
Uh-huh. What this one means is that this one define the condition for the join. This one now, this on is what define the condition.
Okay.
So only using the customer, I mean salesman.city equals customer.city. It define the join that we are to use. So let me add it again. So you can see the way I break down the question. Starting from select, then from table name, inner join, the second table, on salesman.city equals customer.city. So this will only return the rows where the city value matches in both tables. You understand? Where the city value matches in both tables. So if you execute this query now, if you execute it, this is what you have. You have 5 rows. 5 rows. And looking at the image I sent to you, which I'm going to show you now, to compare. I sent you an image, if you remember. Uh, I will show you the image, then we'll compare the image with the results. Screenshots. First one. No, this not it. One, two. So are you there?
Yes.
So let's compare the results. Look at this. This is one table. Then this is table two. But I compare the two. Mm,
Okay.
based on the results. That is the result under. So look at it. Don't forget, you are joining it based on their city.
Yes.
I check.
Um, what of there's Pete Alex here, London, Julian Green, London, but he didn't. Pete Alex didn't come out here
You say what?
in the salesman table, right?
Yeah, yeah.
There is London there. In customers table, there is London. But the only one that came out is the one from customers table. The one from salesman table didn't come out here.
Okay. Who's the other one?
I think that's the only one that's in. Yes, that's the only one. The other ones are correct. But this Pete Alex didn't come out here.
And
Oh,
Brand Davis for New York also did not come out.
okay.
Oh, hey, Brad Davis.
Brand
Brandon,
Davis.
Brandon did not come out.
Yes.
And this,
Yes.
okay. So let's start with the New York. How many New York do you have?
Two. That's two New York.
How many New York do you have there?
Two New York.
Two,
The customer.
two New
New
York.
York.
That two New York is from where?
Customers table.
From customer stable. The London. Which London did you see?
Ah, they're
From
not the
what
same London.
from what table did you see?
Julian Green.
From what table?
Julian customers table.
Next. The parish. The two parish. Where did they pick it from?
Oh, they picked only one. One is Abby. It's this one. The customer table. This is the full table, right?
Yes now.
They picked Fabian Johnson twice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, wait.
That's not Fabian Johnson. That's Mark Leon.
Mark Leon and then customer name
Ma,
Fabian
Ma,
Johnson too.
Mark Leon.
From the results.
Who is his customer name? You don't know you're comparing it with
Fabian Johnson.
you don't know you're comparing it with your customer name.
Yeah, I
If
see
you look
what
if
they're
you look
doing there.
at the first eh?
Hmm.
You say what?
I said it's there. I can see it. It's all there.
Uh-huh.
All the names are there.
You are comparing it with their customer name now. So
Yes.
so
I think
without
that's
that,
what they're doing.
that's why you are not seeing that London that you are looking for. Because there's no customer name there. Did you get that? So if you
Yes.
if you do this now, hold on. If you do it, this what we did now with inner join. If you now change it, you can use this one to learn your left and right. If you now change it to right join, do you see what happened? It is done both the one that does not have customer name, that does not have the salesman name. Do you see it?
Hmm.
I compare now. There you see that Pete Alex now that you're looking for.
Yes.
Did you see?
Yes.
The one that does not have a salesman name, inner join will not return it. Inner join does not return null. It does not return null. Do you understand?
Yes.
Inner join does not return null. Doesn't return null value. It doesn't return null value.
So
So anyway,
he must pair it together.
Yes. Anywhere there is no, it will remove it. It will not return it. It will remove it. If you are returning a table and inside a particular row there is no, inner join will not return it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But if it's right join or left join, right join will go to a table and pick all the records from the first table. You understand? And go to the left table and pick where there is matching record. If there is no matching record, it will return null. Do you get?
Yes.
If there is no matching record, it will return null. So let's try this with left. Don't forget with right. How many did it return? It returned 8 rows. So let's try left. So look at left. Left return 6 rows. So left return all the record from the left, which is the sales man. Do you get? All the record from the left. You can see that in that left there's no null. Are you following?
Yes.
The left table, there is no null. The left table is the salesman table. So you return all the record from the salesman table. Then you now go to the customer table and check. Anywhere there is no record, it return what? Null.
Okay.
You don't get it now.
Jonathan, can you zoom this your result? Let me see.
This one, you can't zoom this one more than this one. This one can't zoom
Yeah.
more than that. I can screenshot and send to you.
Okay.
Okay, conference.
I check. I'll send it to you.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'll show you the differences between inner, left, and right. So this is inner. Inner does not return null value. It doesn't return null value. So that is that. This is another question we did. This is another question we did. So tell me the part you don't understand. So I'll break it down again.
So this question. Commission is in sales table,
Good.
salesman table, right?
Good. Yeah. Commission is it in salesman table or customer? Let's see. Let's see.
It's a salesman table.
Select star from customer. Okay, it's in salesman table. So the first line. So let's go on. The first line, the first line is what? Returning the columns. You know, I've explained that because it was given to you that you should return customer name, customer city, salesman, and salesman commission. Do you understand? So the first thing to do is to pick out all those columns, which I just did now, taking all these columns based on their table. The first one, I pick it on from what? From customer name. I pick from customer name on city. Then from salesman, I pick salesman name, salesman commission. This is the first line. What you want to return, the column you want to return from the table. Then from customer. Customer is what? Is the first table. You know I started with customer. You know I started with customer.
Yes.
So, and I've told you the difference between inner join, left join, and the right join. Remember?
Yes.
So, based on this now, we need all the customers. We need all the customers to check people who have received. Those customers may not have the same thing. They may not have the same city, but we need all the customers. Do you understand? Because they may not have the same city. So I used the left join was to bring out everything from the source man table. So that is this. Then on the relationship using salesman ID. Using salesman ID because salesman ID is what we use to represent each customer. Salesman ID and the customer table, we have salesman ID. Assuming you have customer ID on the salesman ID, you can use customer ID. But what we have in common is the salesman ID. You understand? So that is why I use the salesman ID to join the two tables together.
But there's customer ID here, Mr. Dan. Okay,
Okay.
wait. That's 3 3. Okay, okay.
So the question says, find salespeople who have received commission of more than 12% from the company. Return customer name. So more than 12%. So 12% is 0.12. True or false?
True.
So that 0.12 now is a more than, that means it's greater than you're going to use. Greater than. So where salesman dot commission greater than 0.12. So if you execute now, to show you, these are those that have commission greater than 0.12. If you use right join, this is right, it will still give you the same thing. Why it's giving you the same thing now? Because most of our record is just, our record there, our table is small. You understand? So by the time you work with big table, it may give you different things. It may give you some that have none. Maybe they don't have a commission. You understand? They don't have commission. There's no commission there. You may see some that does not have anything in common. That will showing no values. But here the table is small. So we'll still be working with large table. I'll give you large table to work on. So that is this for the second question. Question is simple. Find sales people who have received commission of more than 12% from the company. Return customer name, customer city, salesman, then commission. Any question? Any question? So let's go down again. This is another one. Write a SQL query to display customer name, city, grade, salesman name, salesman city. Who can solve this one for me? What is the first thing? Based on my explanation so far. Oh yeah, let's go.
Calling out the tables, the specific
Come back
columns.
on again.
Okay.
Select customer ID from customer.
Customer what?
ID from customer. Customer table.
Do you know why I include that customer ID? Because the question says we should sort customer ID. You know it's not included in the question, but we have to sort it in ascending order. For us to see the effect of it, we need to include the customer ID. Next,
The customer
Customer
name.
name.
customer name. Next,
Customer city.
customer city. Next,
Grade.
customer grade. Next,
The salesman name.
salesman dot name. Next,
Salesman city.
salesman city. Salesman dot city. From customer.
From customer.
So, based on this question, what join do you think is right for us?
Left join.
Left join will bring out all the salesman, all the salesman. So, all the salesman. What is the relationship?
ID.
ID on customer dot salesman ID equals salesman ID. I mean salesman dot salesman ID.
Customer ID.
So next, what is next? The
Sorting.
result should be sorted by ascending order. That is order by what?
Customer ID.
Customer dot customer ID. You know by default it's ascending already. You don't need to put ASC. Go look at it. That's in there. If you decide to use right, let's see. Right. This will happen. This one does not have customer, it does not have any ID. So you see, no ID.
Yeah.
Ah. So, next.
If you decide to use inner join,
Hmm? No, if you decide to use
decide to use
inner join will not return null. Oh. inner join will not return no value. This one said,
It will return the same thing.
this right said, I would have said you should leave this right like this. But leaving this right like this, the customer ID still does not have a, this customer does not have ID, but he has what? This salesman. Look at the salesman. So you get, it will return whether if you use right join, it will return everything from the right table. You know, now the right table is the salesman. So you get, the right table is the salesman. So you are now joining it with the customer. So you return everything on salesman. The salesman have name and city. Do you get? The
Yes.
salesman have column name and city. So you return everything on salesman column. Then come to customer table, and where there is no match, it will be no value, which is the definition I gave you. Where there is no match, return no value. Like this, let me show you so I can get it here. Get left, left join. So can you see this? No, 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 no.
Okay.
There's nothing there. There's no match there. They return everything from the first table. What is the first table? Date, country, and unit, right? They return everything from those tables. Then comes to this place and return what? No, because there is nothing there. But if you use right join, if you use right join for this, it's opposite. It will return this ID and country. Then look for where there is match. If there is no match, it return no. Opposite. It's opposite. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's go back. So look at this one now. Somebody else should tell us this one. Please, I will stop on this one. I need to go home. I need to go home. This 6. Let's answer this one first. So I will not send you question to be solving.
This one you just added another condition now.
Huh?
This one is like the previous question. You just added
Yes,
another
I'm just
condition.
trying to like communicate with us. Who can solve it without any issue? Don't look at your system. Look at my screen and solve it.
Call out the
So
the
it's like
columns.
same columns
Customer ID.
same columns we use for this one.
Yes.
Same columns, right? Uh-huh. Same columns we use there. So next,
Say from customer now. Okay.
Yeah, from customer. Do I join salesman?
on what is the relationship
Customer ID.
on customer dot
Say my
sales
ID.
dot salesman equals what? Salesman
Salesman
dot
dot salesman ID.
man ID. Okay. Next,
Let order
where
by
where
oh yeah,
where do you have a grade?
grade
Where do you have grade?
The grade.
grade
Where
The
do you have
grade
grade?
is less than
customer.
Where customer
customer.
does what? Does grade less than
Grade
what?
less than 300.
300. Then order by what?
Order by customer ID.
Customer dot customer ID. let me give you question. Ask me,
Mr. Dan, please, guys.
ask me